No hatred towards black people. We have nothing against anybody. All we wanted to do is work hard and make it like the rest of us, and we know. And this, but people are driving by, shooting at us, and we have to do something about it. We have no police support whatsoever. National Guard, I've heard about it from this early this morning. We don't see any of that support coming out. We have a lot of shotguns in here and some handguns. But we have to use them because we have to defend our lives, we have to defend our property. You know, people.
Welcome back. The return.
We were heading towards.
You know what time it is.
Bam, 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 bam.
To my surprise, National Guard trucks.
We got episodes. We're hitting it like blat.
We're hitting all of them. We're no fucking survivors. Shotgun.
Laying waste to this fucking season, son.
Double O buckshot.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna empty a magazine into this room full of episodes of anime. They're gonna try to barricade the door to keep me out. I'm just gonna bust it down.
All these fucking dumbass anime sitting at their tiny little desks.
Yeah, they're trying to knock the desk over and use it as cover. I vault that shit.
Yeah, no. Armor-piercing rounds, bitch. Nothing's safe. None of these episodes are safe, dude.
I got an illegal, non-ATF certified auto sear on this on this shit. I'm just fucking letting her rip.
I stole the keys from this season's janitor, and I broke in before the day started, and I was hiding in this season's utility closet.
I put explosives by all the doorways so they can't get away.
All of them.
Oh yeah, it's the only thing.
Spray and pray, baby. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They didn't see us coming. They were like, "Oh, it's October 11th. We're probably safe."
I'll teach them. They thought they could get one. They thought that they could just exist and not have this retribution. No, sir. Nothing gets by us.
Eagle eyes, baby.
Anyway,
it's motherfucking gang stalking.
Let's engage in this righteous slaughter.
Anime jihad would have. Yeah, that's what we should have called our podcast. Actually,
anime jihad.
Does anime jihad exist? I might get that URL.
Might as well. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm crying.
That does not. No one has claimed that. Yeah, we really should be.
Surprising.
We should be.
Really
oh, wait, there's a YouTube channel called Anime Jihad, but he just plays League of Legends. It looks like.
No, I mean that's up. He's next on the chopping block.
Uh-oh.
Coming for you. This is a probable threat. This is
Anime Jihad of 17 Ridge Lane.
If you do not give up
Rhode
this
Island.
account, there will be consequences.
You know, you can name a YouTube channel whatever you want. It's not like he took it. Is he on Steam? Is this a different guy? Anime Jihad.
We're not saying that we want
that's the name of a
violence against Anime Jihad.
No, we're just going to commit it.
I mean, he brought it upon himself. We got a lot of shotguns, a lot of handguns. We have to use them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What is up? What's been going on with me, you ask? Well, last night, Steven and I, we always have trouble thinking of movies to watch, so we've decided that we're gonna have themes from now on.
That's smart.
Yeah. So this month's theme, obviously, not just Halloween theme, but specifically, we're only watching vampire movies. And
no kidding.
Why did I tell you this?
No, I'm just vampire movies is the genre I have absolutely no experience in. So enlighten me. What did you watch?
I told you we watched Blade, right?
No, you didn't.
We watched Blade.
How'd you like Blade?
That movie's funny. Not bad actually. Very silly, but fun.
Yeah.
Last night we did a double feature. Interview with the Vampire and Underworld starring Kate Beckinsale.
So my understanding is that people really like Interview with the Vampire, and people really do not like Underworld.
Steven liked Underworld better. I mean, they're not... Interview with the Vampire, have you seen it? You haven't seen it?
No, I haven't seen it. You can just talk about it though, I don't care.
Okay, but it's Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise and their 18th century vampires.
Yeah.
First of all, the funniest thing about that movie is we're looking at the cast, like, okay, Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, Christian Slater, Antonio
Wow.
and Antonio Banderas, crazy cast.
Yeah, it's lit.
And then we're like, all right, what 94? Oh, Kirsten Dunst is in it. She's gonna be fucking hot. This is gonna be awesome. We get
14-year-old.
well, we were thinking like she was in Spider-Man. We thought that was like 2000. Turns out it was 2002.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, she's probably like 27 in that or something, 26. We get to a scene. Brad Pitt happens upon this little girl. She turns around and it's fucking 11-year-old Kirsten Dunst, and we go, "Oh no!"
That's not sexy.
That was so fucking funny. Yeah, it turns out she was 20. Spider-Man. She was 11 in this movie. So that was kind of a bust. Extremely gay movie. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
So
I did know
because
that.
like it's height of the AIDS crisis, the vampire thing was just sort of an obvious AIDS gay guys
Yeah.
metaphor.
Well, that's the movie for girls anyway, right?
It's super. Oh yeah, it's like whoa,
Yeah.
handsome men touching each other. But the way everyone talks is in this like semi-poetic, like almost English accent in a really annoying way. Like everyone, just from the way they talk, is so grating. It makes it hard to actually enjoy the movie. But it was okay. It's just like there was no. It never really. There's. I kept thinking.
Is there a
Something
framing
was-
device?
Well, it's Christian Slater's interviewing him in modern day San Francisco,
Okay.
and he goes, "It's all started here," and he goes through his whole life, and Kirsten Dunst gets bitten when she's, a little girl, and then she becomes like, she ages like 50 years, but she stays the same age.
Yeah.
But so I thought I'd be like, okay, it'd be cool. Like she was the villain because she grows older, but she has the same like maturity as a kid. So like she gets older, but she never grows up,
Yeah,
which is I thought that was a cool idea. So I was like, oh, it'd be cool if she was like the villain, but then she's not. And then Antonio Banderas is like the villain for 5 minutes, and then I don't know. So it's just it's kind of all over the place.
All I know about that movie is a series of jokes from Deadpool 2 that are fucking amazing. Really, really great movie, by the way, Deadpool 2. That shit's great. I thought the first movie was okay, but I think the second Deadpool movie is probably a top 5 superhero film.
You seem to enjoy
the
it on the
decade.
plane twice.
Yes. And then how was Underworld?
Underworld.
Is that an ube bowl there, or is
Oh
that
no, no! You're
Who is
thinking
it?
you're thinking of what's the Uwe Boll vampire movie?
I don't think I'm that
You're
far
thinking
off,
of
though.
Blood Rain. But no, Underworld is Les Wiseman, and
Les
Kate
Wiseman.
Winslet is his wife. So that movie is a vehicle for her to be hot in. And I gotta she's very hot in that film. She's wearing
Wait a minute. Did I conflate two? Hold on. Isn't Homegirl from the Resident Evil movies in a
Yes.
vampire thing?
You get that mixed up because Red Letter Media also gets that mixed up because she is also those movies are also a vehicle for her as she is the director's wife or was.
Which one was that?
Resident Evil? I don't know. The director, you mean?
Oh no. Okay, yeah, no, it's literally the exact same thing. Okay, right, that's right. Okay,
But she's not as
Understandable
hot.
why. No.
She's wearing like the tightest spandex / leather. I mean, it's a marvel of engineering. It's really you got to see it to believe it. It's
How is she able to?
It's like
to
how
move?
people say like in comic books like it's impossible for anything to grip someone that tight, so you can't see like their pussy. You can't see real camel toe. There's no material that can do that. There is, it turns out, and they fucking cracked the code in 2003, dude.
Man, they really should have given that technology to the people making the X-Men movies.
Does it looks
Is
bad?
she like in a T pose the entire time? Is she able to move?
Well, that's what's so funny is it's like it's in that era where everything's supposed to be the Matrix, but she's running around the whole time, and she clearly cannot run very fast, and she's like kind of hobbling around. And all
she's got, like,
all
some
the camera
spine
work is
problems.
just like fucking flying around, like cutting to a gun shooting and then cutting to a guy getting shot. It's just like
Of course. Yeah, because they can't do more than 2 seconds of continuous action in one shot.
Yeah, but
Because
then
there's only so much you can
all
do.
the shots of her running, it's just like she's in heels and she's in this very restrictive outfit, so she looks very clumsy. It's in slow motion too. It's so funny, yeah, god awful movie, but it was There were some funny parts. She looks very good in that film, and she's 30. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. I didn't realize the other thing. We were like, yeah, there's like 2 of these. Maybe we'll watch the second one. Turns out there's 4. So I guess
one just came out like a couple of years ago.
2016 was the last one. Yeah, I think she's done with them now. But holy shit, yeah. So I guess we got to finish those now.
Nice, man. You know what I've been watching?
What's that?
I've been watching those Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Because I had only ever seen the first one.
Oh man, there's a lot of those too. Yeah.
So the first one's obviously pretty solid slasher movie, a little bit more cerebral. Second one, complete dog shit. Third one, outstanding. Now, you guys should probably watch Nightmare on Elm Street: Dream Warriors. It's fucking so sick.
Dream Warriors, right. Is that the one where he has the power glove?
No.
Oh, that might be one of the shittier ones.
Dream Warriors is it's written by, or was co-written by Frank Darabont, who you might know from doing The Blob in the 80s and also Shawshank Redemption and also Green Mile. And so like
that's a weird jump, but
I was thinking about it. Frank Darabont is known for, Shawshank Redemption, Green Mile, these kind of 90s
Wait, it was
Stephen
written by
King
him?
dramas. Yes.
Oh, there's
but
a lot
he
of
also
here,
but really Frank Darabont
Wes
most
Craven,
of his work has
too.
been horror. Yeah, Wes Craven, it's obviously Nightmare on Elm Street, so that's a Wes Craven franchise.
Okay, but he didn't write that. Okay. Yeah.
But man, Dream Warriors is awesome. It's got just the most awesome practical effects, and
I think I've heard this
probably some
one.
of the most impressive I've ever seen in a slasher film.
Yeah, I've heard the name Dream Warriors. I think that's a nerd favorite. I think that's like I think people like that.
Yeah, it's
like
almost a
people
meme.
who like not trolls, people who like Gremlins 2, I think like Dream Warriors a lot.
Yeah,
for some reason I just put it in the same category.
Definitely,
so
it's definitely a horror cult with taste kind of thing. Where there's something fucked up about horror fans. They're just like
so twisted.
No, not fucked up as in like, oh man, they see the darker side of the world. They like to indulge that sort of thing. But no, fucked up as in like dumb. They're like stupid.
Yeah.
Like they're like, yeah, I'm really into watching Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Shit like that, or just like they like really garbage horror franchises that have never been good and stuff. But there is a particular brand of cult horror that is excellent, and this is in that vein. This is like, I'd say it falls into the pedigree of like I'm not going to say it's Evil Dead 2 because very few things are Evil Dead 2, but I'd say it's kind of close. If the characters were more endearing, it would be one of the greatest horror films ever. But just a fun production and a great watch. Highly recommend Dream Warriors if you've never seen it.
No vampires, sorry, can't watch.
True, yeah, I know you're on a mission. What's on the docket?
Van Helsing. Have you seen, when we get done with this episode, you have to watch the trailer for Van Helsing. It is incredible. We watched 3 trailers when we were deciding on watching these movies. We watched the trailer for Underworld, and we're like, oh my god, because it's like, it's like again, everything's the Matrix, so it's like the trailer, like setting up the plot, and then it's just like
Yeah.
And we're like, oh my god,
doing backflips and shit.
Yeah, I mean, there weren't even that many like stunts and wire work in that movie. It's just a lot of standing around gunfights, but they did a few of those. And then we're like, oh geez, boy, that was wow. And then we watched the trailer for Van Helsing, and we hear and we're like, holy shit! Wow. Like it must have been edited by the same guy, like in the same week. It was fucking insane how that was the exact same trailer. Watching back to back, it's actually unbelievable.
Van Helsing, that's kind of that like League of Extraordinary Gentlemen era.
It's
garbage.
basically it's like trying it's a Guy Ritchie trailer. It's probably a ripoff of it's that style. It's trying to be Ocean's 11. But with vampires and I don't know, and Hugh Jackman. And we're gonna watch probably more Underworld. We're gonna watch we might watch more Blade. There's like 3 of those bitches. Apparently Underworld Evolution is better. People like that one more. But we'll watch there's a movie called Daybreakers. It's actually supposed to be good. 2009.
Oh yeah.
It's vampires, but it's like a metaphor for heroin addiction, I think.
Who's in Daybreakers? It's
Ethan Hawke and Willem Dafoe. And Sam Neill.
Oh.
Yeah. So that might be neat.
Damn. Okay, yeah, I remember when this came out. I didn't see this. But I remember the trailer looking good.
Yeah, I heard it was actually cool. So
Nice.
that'll be, we'll try, last night we did like serious movie, and then we did schlock. We'll probably try that again. We'll do like Daybreakers and another Underworld or something.
You can watch all of those shitty ass vampire movies so that I don't have to. Because I do not care about I do not care about vampires as a genre. So if you could just spoon feed me, that'd be excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, it's fun. Just because usually we spend so much time thinking of movies, it's like, okay, now we have this nice restriction, and it's a bunch of different genres.
Yeah,
It's just one
you
thing
have
connecting.
to. You have to do it. That's the way I've been doing it for a while now. It's like you're like, okay, gang,
It's good.
we're gonna bust ass through this franchise. Yeah, that's how I did all the James Bond movies. You know, it's like, why would you ever watch all of the James Bond movies? Because you have to.
Because I set a goal. I have to achieve it.
Yeah.
We thought of a really terrible theme for November as well, but now I don't remember what it was.
I'm excited.
Yeah, hopefully he remembers. But yeah, fuck November because it's October, and that means it's time for fall anime specifically. Of course. Today, I didn't have time to watch all the stuff I was supposed to, so I just watched the stuff that you were going to watch. So we both watched all of these, which will be great. I don't have to talk about anything. Just next episode, I'll have to talk twice as long about things you didn't watch, but that's fine.
No big deal.
No big deal. So, we started off with something that was supposedly a reboot, but I've been hearing some things. Might be a stealth prequel.
Oh.
Interesting. New Higurashi. Are you familiar with Higurashi at all?
I know nothing about it other than the one episode of the original series I watched for this.
And the new one?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so you basically get it. It's like a...
Yeah, there's a small town mystery. There's some sort of cover-up of a crime
Yes,
or
it's dark.
conspiracy.
I always thought
these girls are fucked up.
Yeah, I always thought the darkness was sort of a spoiler, but it really does not. No, it does. Because people always treat it like, oh, it's cute girls, but then but the show kind of tells you off the bat that it's gonna have some some darkness. So I mean, that was all I didn't know anything outside of. I didn't know anything about this series outside of that, but and I feel like I've learned nothing. I feel like whatever mystery, whatever the mystery and the solution to the mystery is probably going to be a load of lore and bullshit and insanity. I'm almost positive there's a time loop involved. There cannot not be a time loop involved. It's a fucking visual novel from 2006 or 2004 or something. There's no way. But maybe the plot is good. Maybe there's characters as well. I don't know.
So obviously, again, like I said, we watched the first episode of the original and first episode of the new series.
To compare.
First episode of the original has, just right off the bat, I'm way more interested.
Think so? It's exactly the same. It's the same scenes. It's the same dialogue.
Did I watch the second episode of Higurashi or something?
Oh, yeah. No, that's the one you should have watched. If you watched the original episode 1, you might have watched a different Higurashi. There's multiple series. You should have watched Higurashi no Koro ni, not Kai or...
No, yeah. That's what I watched. Oh, no, I did watch Koro ni Kai. Fuck.
Yeah, Kai is the sequel. So that's why that confused you. No, you would have been bored if you had watched the first episode of Higurashi because it is almost exactly the same episode again.
Okay, well that makes sense then, because I'm like, oh wow, this is because I guess I should have realized that I was watching a different piece of media or a different series because it's Nikai is basically a detective looking into the events that occurred in Higurashi.
Okay,
and I like that framing device. It's more interesting to me. because it's all adults, and it's like adults. The entire episode is three adults talking about a series of traumatic events that had occurred in this town, which are the events that you kind of see beginning to unfold in the new Higurashi. So
Oh,
I'm
man.
like, oh, I wonder if they just stripped away the framing device. But no, I watched the wrong thing.
No, it's the same thing. The original is by Dean, 2006, so it looks a little bit more fucked up, because that's prime Dean-ass Dean.
Yeah.
But yeah, the plot's the same in both of them. He's moved into a new town, he knows some girls, and there's a mysterious murder that took place that people are reluctant to talk about, and the girls clearly had something to do with it, and it's always sunset, which I like.
Don't you be looking into? Oh my God, why do I sound like a smoker? Don't you be looking into what happened in this town? Nothing done happened here.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you be looking at it?
Yeah, except in the original, he has this fucking wild vest. Wait a second for the screenshot to show up. It is.
Okay.
They changed it in the new one. I understand why, but still, it is a fucking crazy like Power Rangers vest that he's wearing.
Oh my God, that is a crazy. What? So is he wearing a black wife beater underneath this vest?
Yeah, he's wearing like an Under Armour tight wife beater, and
Yeah,
then,
he looks like he's in like a hack,
some kind of
or like
armor.
He looks like he's in like a dot hack game or something. Like this is like the outside the video game version of the protagonist from a dot hack game. Very silly looking.
Yeah.
Nope. And like the thing is, it's just like, it's like 80s Japan. Nobody wore that in 80s Japan.
They might have. I don't know. You think about like Michael J. Fox's vest in Back to the Future, but
that's just
smaller.
a puffer vest.
True. Yeah, it's 83 in this. Which would be interesting if they made it feel like it at all.
Yeah, like a period piece.
Mm-hmm. You can tell the music is very visual novel. I like it, but every visual novel show, it's like, wow, yeah, this music is noticeably visual novel. There's just a lot of hanging out, and then there's some mystery, some disturbing things.
My favorite one is the one with purple hair. I like the little girl with purple hair.
I'm guessing she's the ultimate villain because
Of course.
he likes her the best and she's the nicest.
What
What?
was I gonna ask? Oh, are they in the same class? What is this?
So they don't explain this in the new one. In the original, he's narrating. I don't think there was narration in the reboot here, but he's narrating in the original, and he explains that they're in a multi-grade class because it's a small town.
Okay,
So that's why everyone is
very
different, small. Everyone is different sizes. Yeah. That confused me at first too. I thought, I watched the new one and I was like, is he just bigger and more detailed because he's the main character? So he's just a different size. Like they fucked up designing the characters. No, he's older.
So is this like a one-room schoolhouse type of situation?
Well, there's probably multiple classes, but they're all different ages.
So this is
3 grades.
basically your homeroom is going to be a multi-grade thing.
I guess. It doesn't seem like they have different classes though. It seems like they're always in the same. I don't know. In the original, he has a more intricate breakfast. There's a little more stuff. I don't know. But the characters are all pretty much the same. There was more. It has sort of that. There's a lot of like white splotchiness around the edges of the screen in the original, making the setting more dreamlike.
Yeah.
It's probably just because of Dean.
That kind of, it's kind of like they have that in Fooly Cooley, where they'll just draw like the 1/3 of the environment, and then it'll just kind of fade off to white.
Sure,
in certain
yeah.
places.
I always think of Hidamari Sketch. I think that uses it the best. In the original, they also skipped Purple Hair's traps. She has a trap set up in the. Or no, not her. It's the other. It's the blonde one. She does traps, but in the original they didn't do that subplot. And also they play cards in the old one instead of in the new one. They have like a scavenger hunt when he gets into the club. I don't know. But yeah, the way he uncovers like this murder is he just finds a neatly stacked pile of magazines that just explains everything to him.
A little convenient.
Yeah, like I would like some more like detective work. He's just looking
Well,
around.
he doesn't even, he knows things are off, but he's not like going out of his way to research it. It's kind of dumb.
And
You
it's like
think
he
that
doesn't even
would
find
do
it in a place where it would make sense. He finds it in a stack of metal in a dump. It's
Yeah, and
weird.
like you're not gonna. If we're trying to
someone
cover
put
this
it there
up,
for him.
people aren't going to burn the magazines. Like they're going to let the magazines be around. You know.
That's weird.
I don't know.
Yeah. But also one small thing I noticed is I liked in the reboot here. There's like the girl he hangs out with more. What's her name? Rena. She likes digging around in this huge dump, and in the reboot, they sort of have this like tension because there's all this metal jagging up everywhere, and I got the feeling someone was gonna fall over and fucking impale themselves. And in the original, they do a little gag where he falls and he's fine, so it kind of disperses that tension. So in the new one, they're kind of like they don't really give you. They don't hint at it really, but I didn't like watching them walk around, and I was like, oh my god, it's so spiky everything. Also, they get what's her face starts saying Nipa right off the bat. I knew that was the other only thing I knew about the series. I knew she says Nipa, and she says that. She doesn't say it in the first episode in the original.
I do like the setting of the dump. I think the dump it's a fun sort of like. It's almost like the framing or their overall feeling of this kind of reminds me of like a campfire story, like an old wives' tale or something, or like just a story because a dump is a thing that you would have in your town as a kid that might hold some mystique to it. There's something kind of simple about that I like.
Yeah, but it's a cool it's not like
huge.
Trash. It's like all like appliances and pieces of metal and weird toys and shit, and it's just a huge sea of it, like this entire field they've turned into a dump or something, and you can walk around in it. Yeah, it's a very like good like small town, like weird things you find as a kid, things you would turn into urban legends type shit. Yeah,
exactly.
That's good.
Exactly. And yeah, the fact that it's always sunset kind of adds to that feeling. It's like things are about to get dark, and I'm sure that place is horrifying after dark. You don't want to be there. Yeah. I mean, I like Kai. The little bit I watched with Kai more. Just because I think that's kind of added to it to me of when I was watching Kai, I didn't know what was anything that was going on with these characters. I just knew it from the perspective of these older adults who are looking into these things that happen with these kids. And that kind of added to the folklore element of it to me. You're trying to piece this together and dissect what is real and what's not and what really happened here. But I also didn't dislike what I saw from the new one. I think it has a decent tone. I think maybe they're kind of leaning a little hard in the dissonance of the girls being super cute with the creepiness of the town. But I don't know. Overall, I enjoyed the first episode of the new one, and when I saw how Kai looked like something that's really up my alley, frankly, because there's in Kai there's a conspiracy element to it as well. Because they don't know everything that happened, whereas I think you're probably going to see everything happen in Higurashi.
Yeah, there's a lot of Higurashi, and I think some of them are not even like. I think some of them are just like slice of life comedies. Like I think it got like lighthearted as it went on, or some weird shit. Because there's the original, then there's Kai, and then there's Ray. That's 2009. That's a 5-episode OVA. Then there's Kira, that's 2011. That's a 4-episode OVA. There's Kaku Outbreak 2013. That's another OVA. That's 1 episode.
This would be a thing that Hot Topic edgy girls would probably like.
Yeah, this is like
enough in life.
this is a slightly more slightly more. I thought of it as a more mature elfin lead from the same era. Yeah. Cool. Hold on, I gotta get the screenshot of the picnic in here.
It reminds me a little bit of Aku no Hana. A little bit.
Really?
A little bit. It's the town element of it. Like there's something fucked up with this whole town that made me think of Aku no Hana.
There's nothing fucked up with his town in Akunohana, though. It's a normal town. It's him that's fucked up.
Yeah, but it's a perception thing, you know?
Cool. Next thing we watched, when we both watched, 100 Man no Inochi no Ue no Ore wa Tatteiru. That means I'm standing on 1,000,000 lives. In Japan, 1,000,000 is 110,000. That's why there's 100 in the title. To
me, it means I've only got one life, and I'm wasting portion of it watching this anime.
Yeah, that's what the title actually means. Is if 1,000,000 people watch this show, then it is quite literally standing on 1,000,000 lives.
This product exists only to waste your time. It's every second that goes by, you creep closer to the grave.
Yeah. Anyways, this is an isekai.
Yep.
Pretty cool, huh? It's a manga adaptation by Maho Film. They did that other fantasy show, If It's For My Daughter, I'll Defeat a Demon Lord or something. They also did another show from this season that we haven't watched yet called Kamitachi ni Hiro Wareta Otoko. It's a guy and he gets isekai'd by his girls, and they fight in a RPG and run away from a thing, and then it's.
Are you okay?
What?
Sounds like there's no life in your voice.
I don't know how to do it anymore. I don't know how to explain. I can't. I've so run the gamut of being able to enunciate.
It's like you're describing how your platoon got blown up by an IED.
To the fucking to the just explaining it to the guy who wants to document the.
We have to debrief on this
Mm-hmm.
on this horrible tragedy that occurred, or like you got caught up in a friendly fire incident and shot
in
your
like a
entire-
tribunal, just like sitting in front of a board of officials explaining this, and then
so anyway. So in Japanese,
he rolls a farmer, which is not the most powerful class, and he attempts to fight some mobs, and they are successful at first, but run into a large goblin, which defeats his two teammates.
So what's the purpose of this 100 man no Inochi no Ue ni Ore wa Tatteiru? What's the purpose of this? Because it seems to be on the surface some sort of entertainment media. This is presumably something that a person would consume for entertainment in their free time. What are you doing watching this, Mr. Declan?
Well, sir, the protagonist is hinted at being a somewhat ruthless loner who will grind his way to a more powerful level, and I believe the intention is that he is maybe a kind of self-insert, sort of power fantasy type
Now,
of...
you explain it like that, but it seems like most of the time he's just kind of like a normal dude.
Well, it is only the first episode, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's
you can take a break if you need. You need some water? Let's get him some water.
Thank you. Adjourn for 5 minutes. Yeah, this guy might be kind of a jerk, but I don't know. He smiles evilly at the end, and maybe
He's a jerk. He's a jerk only when his teammates are not in immediate peril.
Yeah, he might be the type to abandon his team and do things on his own. Maybe he will learn not to do that. Maybe he won't. I don't know. What did you think of I'm Standing on 1,000,000 Lives?
The only thing that I took away from this entire episode is that I liked the design of the quest giver. Kind of reminded me of some like Persona shit. It's like a dude that don't got at the top of his head and some hands on his titties for some reason.
He looks like a persona, not like a character from Persona, you mean?
Yeah.
Sure.
That was really it. Nothing really to grab onto here. This is an isekai-ass isekai. And they don't even really go into like the gimmick of what makes him like he has not found a way to turn farming into the most powerful thing in the universe yet. And there's no inkling of that as of yet, which is like if you're gonna make him intentionally underpowered, and and then the whole gimmick of these isekais is making something that's outwardly not terribly impressive into the most amazing strategic tool ever. But there ain't none of that. So there's no real intellectual stimulation in this episode. It's
I was not psyched.
I heard recently of like the Sony animation movies as animated babysitters.
Yeah.
And that's really what it feels like to me is that this is a product that's created just to for like when you're like a wage slave in Japan.
I mean, animated babysitters, that's more like those weird algorithm-generated Indian YouTube cartoons where it's like Spider-Man getting his teeth pulled out or whatever.
Yeah. But I mean, this has no entertainment value.
It's one of the girls is supposed to be like a model, and
she gets eaten. I like that.
She doesn't do anything, and then she gets eaten. Doesn't really have a...
I would be cool with more girls getting eaten. If this was the show where I can't believe another girl got eaten.
I can't believe another girl got eaten.
I think that's really what they should start doing with isekais. It's like, okay,
that's basically what Goblin Slayer was.
Yeah, well, I thought there was only there was a rape in the first episode.
Well, they also got eaten.
Okay, girls got eaten in that.
I think they eat them,
okay.
yeah.
All right, well, we got to find a new gimmick then. Because if girls getting eaten, what if it's like what's the next gimmick? It's girls drowning. I want to see a whole bunch of every episode a girl drowns horribly.
Anime where girl drowns.
Or like girls getting set on fire or something. We get us, and if Eaton's already taken, we got to find something.
And this is on Yahoo Answers. An anime where the girl drowns in a pool and is saved by the guy, but an awkward situation develops afterwards.
That doesn't sound like anime at all.
Yeah, I don't know what that could possibly be. Also, she can't get saved if she gets drowned in a pool. For some reason, Kimi ni Todoke popped up, but the Wikipedia article does not contain the word drown. I think. Oh, drowned out by. Okay, well that's not literal drowning. Yeah. So yeah, this is ass.
Yep, butt cheeks.
Moving on. How about Assault Lily Bouquet? Bouquet. Huh?
Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's do it.
This is Shaft. Oh my gosh, it's not Shimbo though, so it doesn't count.
No.
This is a mixed media franchise consisting of figurines and also this show.
Oh.
Wikipedia states, the series takes the theme of combining girls and weapons.
Wow.
Also, they're not combined. It's girls with weapons, which is everything.
Here at Shaft, we like to see things like taking little girls and having them fight with weapons. That's really something to pop your gourd, just like, what if people fighting were high school girls?
What if they had a little moment of zen before they went into action? That's such a fucking good story.
But it's crazy because this school, it doubles as like a recruitment thing for this force to fight aliens. Pretty crazy, huh?
But what if they're not aliens? What if they turn out to be something else?
What if they were man-made?
What if
perhaps?
it's people? Yeah, they probably won't be. Oh yeah, the enemies are called The Huge, which would be a great wrestling name.
I kind of like the Huge as a name for the enemies.
Bah, God, that's the Huge's music. He's retarded.
Be huge.
Yeah. Just Andre the Giant,
Oh my God,
but Down
he's
syndrome.
450 pounds. Huge.
Huge. Yeah. Just hearing the Doppler effect as he drops from the ceiling unexpectedly. Huge. Just like end of WrestleMania, like fucking John Cena's won again, and he just drops from 50 feet up and dies and kills both of them.
John Cena's crawling towards the Hell in the Cell briefcase that has money in it, and he's probably like he's using his fingers to drag himself forward. He's about to claim it, and then not out of like the bleachers, not off the top rope. We're talking out of the catwalk that's up in the ceiling. This motherfucker lands on John Cena, and they both explode into a fleshy mess.
And then they get run over by a limo. I have almost no interest in wrestling lore, but I was reading about a plot line from 2007 where Vince McMahon had a death arc where everyone like was mad at him and he was very sad, and he stepped. There's a shot where it's pretty well done. It's a pretty seamless transition. You see him step into a limo and close the door, and it explodes.
Nice.
And he was supposed to be like really dead. They treated it like it was real. They at first said the FBI was involved, and then they very clearly switched from FBI to like some fake agency. They started saying like the FDI. They made up some other, because clearly people were asking like the FBI, and they were like, we don't know what this is. No.
Well, it's in line with the tradition of changing your acronyms, because obviously the WWF became the WWE, and that's just on brand for them.
So like he was supposed to be dead, and that was supposed to go on for a while, and then like 3 days after that, Chris Benoit died for real and killed his whole family.
No.
So they had to bring back Vince early. So that bit became very in poor taste. Fucking amazing.
That's the shit I like about wrestling, is how strange it is.
Yeah.
And like obviously I've never really gotten invested in it, and I've never actually watched any sort of WWE or WrestleMania event, but I do appreciate how dumb it is. And I think like people just assume that people watch the WWE and aren't in on it. I feel like if you watch wrestling, you get it. Like you get.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You're watching it for the storylines.
I mean, I wonder how many wrestling fans now are like ironic.
Almost all of them.
Yeah.
Even the ones who are like doing backyard wrestling are into it ironically.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ironically getting pile drive through a table in my backyard. I'm ironically engaging in the Casnadian Destroyer.
An ironic Casnadian Destroyer, yeah.
Oh my God. Casnadian Destroyer. Paranoia. Anyway. But yeah, this is the Assault Louis Bouquet.
Yes, the Huge. The hips, also huge. They're absurd. The dresses make it look even sillier, yeah.
Well, even if you look at like where the legs are placed on the body and the thigh gap.
They must have an insane thigh gap.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Fucked up.
Mm-hmm. They also have silly names. They're like all like German or old-timey English or something. They're like all Vons and shit. The plot of this episode is, main girl is showing up at new school. There's an escaped Huge that they all take out. There's a girl who saved her years ago when she was 8 and the girl was the same age somehow. And
it's a miracle these bitches aren't idols. It's just a goddamn miracle they're not performing music.
That would be a bit much, yeah. But it's, they're advertising figures. They're not selling music too. That's a whole different. That would take. It'd
be too multimedia.
Yeah, that's not what they're aiming at. Yeah. There's like, so that's her is the one that she remembers, and she's more cold and distant now. And then there's other ones. It's gay, by the way. Did you notice?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Oh, I get it.
And there's one line where she says, "I'm from the country, so I'm confident in my eyesight."
I don't know what that means. I'm from the country. My eyes are garbage.
Yeah, it's not it's not setting the world on fire, but it looks all right. It's drawn decently.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean-
I thought it was decent, except for during the fight at times where it switched to horrible Ruby CGI.
It's not
That
that
was a little,
bad.
that was a little off-putting. But other than that, I thought it looked pretty good. Yeah, it's you're gonna have a hard time getting me invested in a high school where girls fight aliens show.
Yeah, if you're trying to sell me figures, like, these aren't the best character designs. Like, they're fine, but I'm not like, wow, you know, like, I'm not going to keep watching just for the way the girls look, which I've done for some shows.
I like the
I'll
big
admit.
hips. I do like the big hips.
I'm indifferent.
But yeah, no, just not really doing it for me. Not a genre I really care about.
And it's not even like Valkyrie Drive where they like they're partnered up and they use each other as weapons, so they have to like finger each other. They just have like big dumb swords.
Yeah, and they're like Power Rangers ass swords to me, you know, like they like fold out and stuff. No thanks. I'll pass.
Fine, let's go. Let's talk about something a little more your style. Let's say.
Oh yeah. What do you mean by that?
You know,
Are you
I just
saying-
thought you know you would enjoy it more. You know, it's
As an urban youth?
yeah. That's what I mean. Hypnosis, Mike. Division rap battle rhyme. The title got cut off here. Rhyme Anima.
Rhyme Anima.
Yeah. This is a multimedia project by King Records.
I'm just looking at it.
There's a yeah. There's not much you can do, but just look at it and go. Wow. It's there's a lot of manga, and there's a mobile game, and then there's this, an anime by
Ain't
A1.
Nobody in this entire cast got regular eyes. All their eyes be heterochromiated the fuck out. Sometimes they're just split in half with different colors.
I didn't even notice. I was too
Oh
busy
my
paying
God.
attention to the fucking giant flaming skull candy skulls that they're rapping in front of. It's a show about rapping. It's a weird. I don't know why they bothered making the plot so strange, especially when it's clearly a show for like girls. But the plot is that okay, somehow these two things are connected. So women have taken over the world's governments, and also they've banned weapons, and the only way to engage in combat now is through rapping. And somehow those are part of the same. Somehow that's all.
Yeah,
one.
I don't know why the women thing really has to come into play. It doesn't, for the most part.
Yeah. All that's just. I don't know how those two things fit together at all, honestly.
Right from the get go, in the opening, it feels first in the opening like there are like 6 or 7 different rap verses that happen, and it feels like they're just begging to have the boys sing. They're just like, we need these boys to be singing right now. We don't know what to do with these raps. We don't know what to do with it because
they do
they
sing,
clearly.
though.
Yeah, in the second half.
Oh.
But like the first half of it was just them rapping, and it's obviously excruciating, because none of them are on beat, and it doesn't sound good at all. And like I obviously don't understand the Japanese language. I don't know how hard it would be to rhyme.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's rhyming, but I've heard people from Japan also say that Bakemonogatari's dialogue rhymes, and I have never picked up on that. So maybe they have some other version of rhyming where you don't hear it, but the kanji. I don't know.
It doesn't do great for AB flows. Maybe the rhyming where like a combination of words means snow.
I mean,
and one of them means ice or something.
Yeah, but I mean, look, even if it rhymes, these are not the best lyrics, and the. I mean, it's not even.
They're voice actors.
It's,
They're voice actors. They're not
well,
rappers.
no, like they have voice actresses sing, and they're good. There are Idolmaster voice actresses who can sing, and there's some okay music that comes out of that. I mean, sure, 99% of it's garbage, but it's not garbage the same way that this is. Like Idolmaster and Love Live music is like generic. This is
incompetent.
This is like a CD you'd put in your car that's rap for like children. Except they say there's a language warning at the beginning of this episode, and in the opening I did hear one of them say bullshit, but it's like it's not even that this music is like outdated or behind. There's no era of hip hop where this would not be embarrassing. Even like early 80s, I think.
No, early 80s hip hop, at least like the beats made sense, you know, and like they're on beat, you know, in 80s hip hop. They're just not doing the most technical or impressive flows. They're just kind of bouncing around. Whereas here it's just like it's just like a jumble of words that spew out of their mouths. It's horrible.
Yeah, in fact, let me see if I can play some of this right here. If we commentate over it, we probably won't get copyright striked. Hypnosis mic.
Yeah, I was waiting for any of them to have a competent
here's the
rapping
opening right
style.
here.
I was waiting for any of them to be able to rap.
Nope. I mean, like, it's even if they can do these raps, it's just that they're bad.
I would say
Also, it's like rap rock. It's like
Yeah.
It's like
which even Westerners don't do well. So
oh yeah,
oh,
bullshit. That's pretty fucking bad.
I thought the closest thing that he got was like the super bubbly Rainbow Kid.
It's
because he
all
was just
like rainbow graffiti. Yeah, all the aesthetics of this.
like the Rainbow Kid had at least like a pretty standard triple flow. Like, why aren't you just open modern rap flow? This guy.
But this weird like spooky like like what is that shit?
Yeah.
And then it goes back into guitars. Man, like a scientist.
Oh my god! It sounds like a narrator.
Also, one thing I'll say about the show: not enough characters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Really lacking.
Oh, this is the best part. Oh, see, they do so.
I think the second half deal. But it felt like
I had to play this again. When they get to the English lyrics, I was laughing so fucking hard when they say "ends corruption" in this part here. Oh my god, this is fucking insane.
Rap music ends corruption or something. Like,
Yeah, it's I mean, well, they're fighting against the I don't know what's happening, but
I think that everyone they're rooting for is a bunch of narcs. I think they are the government.
Oh yeah, the fucking there's 3 guys that do a rap at one point, and the chorus is like Navy.
The Navy, the Army, the police, or something.
Yeah, Navy, Army, police. We fucking. It's like it's. I was losing my mind.
Yeah, it's very rare that you see something that just hits the mark, misses the mark this much.
I mean, it's just incredible though. Like Japan, even if they're trying, they cannot be naughty. They can't be bad. It's beautiful, really. They're too nice. They're too polite. They're just like, what's hardcore? It's like, how about the Army and the Navy do a rap and they talk about being gangster? Like that's the hardest thing they could come up with. It's so adorable in a way.
I mean, it's like 2 degrees removed from like it's 2 degrees removed from rapping about Jesus. You know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I do exude a little Christian swag, and I'm proud to be an American.
Oh yeah, we have to.
I don't brag.
Now I know what. Yeah, we're going. This episode's we're going out on Christian side hug.
Anyway, yeah, very impressively bad show.
Incredible, just mind destroying. Let's see, what do we got? 2 more shows. Mind if I grab a quick drink and we'll get back to this?
I'm gonna get a drink as well.
All right, we'll be right back, folks. I wish I had some break music, but whatever. It'll be 30 seconds. Here, I'll leave my mic on even. You can hear me. You can hear me get the beer. Still here. Still here. Oh yeah. Are you back? He's not back. But I'm back. We're still rolling. Cat's here. What do you got to say, Kitty? Nothing. He's just hanging out. What other screenshots do I have from this? Oh yeah, two guys light cigarettes together.
Okay.
Remember when they lit the cigarette together?
Obviously, in the show, it doesn't look like their faces are pretty close. But if you think about how close your face would need to be somebody else's to light a cigarette, holy shit!
Oh boy, yeah.
I mean, be fucking like right up in their shit.
Also, yeah, this whole episode is just like 8 different scenes with different characters in each one, and it's totally incomprehensible.
Yep, you don't know how. It just seems like there's a lot of crime going on in this area of town, and they're going to clean it up.
And they just beat all the criminals, yeah, with rap. And the criminals don't even get to. They don't even get a single verse out. There's not I don't think I saw a single bad guy do any rapping, even though they had mics, I think.
Nope.
Hello?
No, can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't get to hear the bad guys rap at all.
Yeah. Okay. Quick on the side here. I did watch the 3rd season of One Room,
which is the show where girls talk to you in first person.
They still love me, baby. They still all over me. I've met so many goddamn girls in school.
Is there a new girl in every episode?
Some of them get multiple episodes. Some of them have come back across seasons. There was a new one this episode. She was a classmate that you're in school alone with her during summer vacation because you're both assigned to water the school's plants on the roof.
Uh-oh.
So that was cute. She's got a mole on her neck.
Is this a pornographic thing?
No, I mean, not literally. You know, if you want to get philosophical about it, it's probably worse, in a way.
It is what people think porn is.
It accomplishes a even more nefarious function.
Yeah. Where it's like
instead of like tricking the the erotic parts of your brain, it's tricking the friendship parts, which are even worse, or like the romantic parts.
Or maybe it's liberating you from the need for romance, man.
Oh yeah.
Maybe you realize that you're in on it rather than it being exploited.
I had a part in it. I'm not gonna completely remove my own responsibility. I also, Steven and I watched the first episode of the 3rd season of Strike Witches, which has begun airing. Mm-hmm. It's all right.
Road to Berlin.
Yep. God, when was Strike Witches 2? 2010. Oh my God.
Took their sweet ass time, huh?
Well, there was an OVA and there was a movie. What was the movie? 2012. Boy, yeah, it has still been a while. Operation Victory Arrow was in 2015. Okay, so still 5 years since the last thing, really, with those characters. Brave Witches was, what was that? 2016, maybe? Yeah, 2016. But it's been a while since we checked in on Mia Fuji and the gang. It's okay. I like how America and Italy are buds, and they're always, even in the opening, they get their own. Everyone gets their own frame, except they're together, and it's adorable because they're both idiots.
I think people overvalue being competent.
You think so? Have you met people?
Yeah, I think you can just be a big dumb brute, or just kind of like benevolently stupid, and get your way through the world. You can basically live life like a golden retriever with very minimal negative effects. So I think I respect the fact that America and Italy are friends in this, as a recognition of the fact that the greatest nation on earth is friends with someone equally as dumb. It's a philosophy. I don't even know where I'm going with this. Salvage me.
I don't know. That's true. I don't know if it's a good thing, but yes, you can get, yeah, you don't have to be a genius out there these days. Especially if you're Italian. Ayo.
Man, I mean, if you're waiting for a genius Italian, you're going to be waiting for a fucking long time.
Boom. Bada bing.
Hey, it's a spicy rigatone.
Pass the gabagool. We watched Tonikaku Kawaii.
Yes.
Which is actually called Fly Me to the Moon. Or in English, Over the Moon for You. Maybe because Fly Me to the Moon is copyrighted. It's a romance, I think. It's a manga, 7 arcs. It's about a boy named NASA, which apparently is not a common name in Japanese. It's like the space agency, and he has this weird name, and he's kind of cocky about his grades. He's supposed to be applying for high schools, and he doesn't have a backup school because he's a go-getter. He's no fallback plans. Just succeed, dummy.
Look forward, baby. Always look forward. No looking back.
Mm-hmm. And the opening's nice, very bouncy. He sees a girl and just starts walking towards her and gets hit by Truck-kun. Truck-kun makes his first appearance of the season. And she saves him, and then he doesn't get her phone number for some reason, and then there's a year goes by, and he's like lost all his motivation, and he drops out of school and like works at a convenience store. Okay. Cat just knocked over a thing for no reason. So he loses a lot of blood and passes out and doesn't see her again for a year. And then she shows up at his door and hands him a marriage registration, and then they get married. And I have a lot of questions about everyone's motivations in here, but it's very cute and I like it a lot.
So here's the thing, is that as of like a couple days ago, I was thinking like, okay, I buy a home.
Once you buy a home, I think you have to just like nut in the first girl you can, right? Like without even,
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Telling her.
So I was thinking, I'm like, okay, I buy a home, and then I'm like, okay, which girls from my past can I hit up and see if they want to move in?
At this point, like, fuck it. I've heard enough people be like, I should have just nutted in my first girlfriend. That I'm like, I might try that one out. That's strategy.
Yeah, I'm just building out the list, where I'm like, okay,
hashtag building the list.
Which girls could I contact who would
let you
not
bust inside?
I'm like, okay, hey, I got a home. You want to move in with me?
Yeah.
And it's probably about 3 strong right now. I think there's one pretty decent possibility because this person's just strange enough to be like, yeah, let's do it. So we'll see. I have to buy the home first, obviously. But once you buy a home, that's the level of security that nets you a whole lot of girls. Here's the thing is I was dumb. I was dating a girl when I was must be like 2 or 3 years ago now. I was dating this girl. Gorgeous, like fucking like 5'11", beautiful, just killer body. And the thing that turned me off at the time is that she's like, oh yeah, I'm buying a home and I want to settle down. And I'm like, oh God, because she was a little older. She was like 26 or something.
Oh.
And I'm like 23, and I'm like, that is not
a very,
it's not a huge gap, but I'm just out of college at that point, and I'm like, wow, that seems like a whole lot to just immediately settle down. But yeah, no, that was definitely a possibility there. But yeah, having a home, that's just a huge magnet for potential partners. And if things don't work out, you just kick them out. Anyway, where are we going with this?
That'd be so.
Talking of-
That'd be so sick though. Just like having a house and being married at like 20, 23. Like imagine having a kid and then being done and they're moved out when you're 41. How fucking sick would that be?
Yeah, I was seeing a girl recently who she's like, yeah, my mom is she's 20, and she's like, yeah, my mom's 43.
Yes.
You know, yeah. In her like, she's like, yeah, my mom became a doctor while she had me. Like, she became
Damn.
I remember going to her graduation from medical school when I was 8. You know, like crazy shit like that.
Rules.
But yeah, no, because if you buy a home, you get a girl to move in, she pays rent.
Wait. I guess.
If you're not
they
married,
do, right? Oh, if you're not
a
married.
girlfriend. Yeah, if she's a girlfriend. It's like, hey, you know, you don't have to pay half. Just help me out with you know, help chip in a little bit, you know, because you can't just be living here free.
Yeah. I don't know if you'd phrase it like that, but yeah.
I would.
And if you are married, I don't know if you'd have a shared bank account, but you know, you'd help out.
Yeah.
Or you know, if you make enough, you can just have her fucking barefoot, pregnant. It's no more work for you, baby. You're taking care of the tykes now.
Well, I don't make enough, so but once my stinky linkies take off,
I thought you were all in on Ripple, or mostly.
I have a healthy amount of both. Thank you.
Yeah. It's Linky's made a comeback.
Yeah, I mean they're not.
Oh, we're almost at
not,
11, baby. Yeah, we're good. We've basically made it.
You know, it's a long-term hold. The Linkies, that's your side bitch, but the Ripple, that's my main hoe. You know, like you're in that for the long haul. When I'm you know, crippled and decrepit, living in a nursing home, the Ripple's going to be the thing that keeps me going. You know.
Hell yes.
Anyway, what we're talking about? Oh, we're talking about this anime. Yeah, so this fictional piece of media is reinforcing this manic state of mind that I'm in right now. So that's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's I'm wondering if there's gonna be more drama and like because we don't get any insight into what her motivations are. Like it kind of seems like she likes him, but also it seems like she's being kind of shady about stuff. Like she claims that she has her parents' permission, but it's like, what do they know? Like what? And also, why did she wait a year? And also, how did she find him? And also, where did she live? And where? What? It's all very, very mysterious.
I am concerned that if you were to find a girl that would be down for this sort of situation, she might have a ton of debt. That's the thing that I know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wonder if she's heavily in debt and he has to like go back to school or something. It doesn't seem like that serious of a show though. It seems mostly like cute comedy thing. Even when he gets hit by a truck, it's not very serious.
I like the tone of this. I like and I like them. I want them to have to figure it out, you know, because it's obviously they're in the literal honeymoon phase right now. But like figuring out, learning about somebody who's a complete stranger to you while also being married, it just sounds interesting. I don't know. I like the tone. I think it's cute, and I think it's an interesting concept. I like it.
Yeah.
I would do it. Shit. If I got hit by a car right now and a girl threw herself in front of the car and she's like, yeah, I'll be your girlfriend if you marry me, I'd be like, yeah, man, I just sustained some brain damage. Let's do it.
Yeah, you can probably annul the marriage if you claim you were like concussed at the time. So you're good.
Wicked smart.
Yeah, wicked smart. Yeah. What was I going to say? I wish there was somewhere I could like hustle people with anime. Like, I'd put $1,000 on them not fucking in this show, and I bet most people who are not as experienced as me would be like, oh yeah. Like remember when we watched remember you watched the first episode of Maidens in your Savage Season or whatever the fuck it was called, and they were like, oh, someone's definitely gonna have sex in this show, and we both called it first episode like, oh, no one is even getting no genital contact is even being made in this show. We were absolutely right. So that's there will be no coitus. That's fine.
No, but if it does, anime of the decade.
That'd be nice. Yeah. So
We got one more, man.
We do have one more today before we wrap it up. Let's see. This one is called Iwa Kakeru Sport Climbing Girls.
Yes.
Pretty
Sport
expansive.
climbing. I guess the sport is that it's competitive, I suppose.
It is a
That's
sport.
fair.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know why it's got to be sport climbing. Could just be climbing girls. But I'm climbing girls, and I'm not this show. So.
Climbing girls is it's a weird. I don't know. It doesn't sound right. Yeah, I get sport climbing. I get adding that in there.
Sure.
It's a manga adaptation by BOUQUET. It's about sport climbing girls. Blade hasn't done much. They have muscles. A lot of the promo art has muscles. Really, only in the show, only one of the girls is particularly muscly.
Yeah,
abs.
one girl's got a ripped, sick-tacked abs.
Yeah. It's it's a girl walking through the schoolyard one day. She sees a rock wall, and she has the sports show moment we always talk about, where she goes, "Wow!" She sees a rock wall, and she goes, and she is informed by the rock climbing captain that only members can touch the wall, which was a funny line, I thought.
Only members can touch the wall, but you can't be a member unless you beat her in a competition.
I guess only potential members are included, maybe. And she learns, and she starts practicing climbing the wall because she's interested, and she's doing okay. And then she goes into analysis computer girl mode because she's a fucking gamer. We got a gamer on our hands. She fucking solves the puzzle of the wall, and she gets pretty good at it pretty fast. And then to join the club, she has to beat the captain with a handicap, and they sort of tie, but not really. But they let her in anyway.
We should start breaking down the subgenres of sports shows, because this is a protagonist is immediately really good sports show, but there are also sports shows where the protagonist is bad.
There's bad at first shows, but they really love it, and then there's like good but internally tortured, like ping pong or something. Then there's like good, but everyone else has like magic, where it's like a battle shonen.
This
like
is
Keijo or something.
I'd say this is the least of all of the subgenres of sports show. It does get a plus because it's girls and not guys. That's good.
I mean, it's not like she's a savant. She's just pretty good, because she's good at video games.
I think we could also go a little further down this path and be like, translate skill in another activity into skill within this sport, because that's a trope, I'd say.
Sure.
I think that's a thing that happens pretty commonly. The girls are muscular in the promo art and not beefy enough in the show. If you're going to do beefy climbing girls, give it to me wholesale. I want them to be grotesque.
Well, I wonder, is it just the captain and all the promo art? Like, Iwa Kakeru?
Yeah, you see like the legs and like the shoulders and stuff in the other girls in the promo art.
I wonder if they'll get more muscly in the show, or so maybe when they're climbing, they really like the fucking, they really get vascular or something.
I dated a girl who was into rock climbing. She was like 5'10", and I absolutely showed her the fuck up. The one, she's like, "You've never been rock climbing before? Okay, let's go. Make sure you take it easy." And I fucking blasted her.
Oh no, you beat her. Wait, were you racing, or what did you like?
No, just like, this is the level that I usually go for. I'm like, okay. And then I went for the next level above, of course.
Oh my god. I mean, you are taller than her, I guess.
Yeah, marginally.
That's very funny.
But anyway, yeah. yeah, so you've got a screen cap of a shot of a butt from below. Not enough coochie detail, not enough camel toe detail.
Yeah.
You know, just kind of an unremarkable sports show. The girls, you either make them real cute or you make them real grotesque. This is kind of in between where they're just kind of not the most arousing girls. Main girl, so the main girl's got this puzzle piece thing in her hair, and I'm sorry, but the only thing I can think of when I see a blue puzzle piece is autism awareness.
Oh, I didn't notice that. That's funny.
It is the only thing I can think of, and there's puzzle motifs throughout.
I mean, she's a girl. She's a girl gamer, and she immediately becomes obsessed with analyzing rock walls. So she's probably autistic.
Yeah, and if that's your intention, just come out and say it. Don't. I want Iwa Kakeru autism climbing girls. But anyway, yeah, not in love with this. It's not horrible. It's just exactly what it says on the surface. I forgot to mention something earlier that I'd like to call out. The opening for the season of fucking god damn it, the season of Higurashi that I watched was goddamned amazing.
Kai?
Yeah, awesome. It's a great opening.
Neat.
Anyway,
What
what do you got to say about these rock girls?
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
The main character is the cutest, I think. Yeah, unremarkable but inoffensive.
Yep. Yeah, this is a step up. This season is dramatically better. I guess we didn't watch half of the stuff in this first third. But I'd say compared to seasons recently, this is inspiring. There's a couple things that I enjoyed watching here.
That's because I didn't have you watch any of the bad stuff. I assume the things that we did not watch are going to be rough, but
I'd still
hammer
say
through
of a
those.
sampling of 6. As a sampling of 6, this isn't horrible.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes we go through. I'll watch 6 episodes without watching a single good thing, and then. But yeah, liking this so far. Our righteous slaughter of this season has been pretty productive so far.
So what do we have to look forward to? The rest of our seasonal previews. We got what's this? Kame Tachi. Okay, that's not really. We got I can't see. Westgate Park. What is it? Oh boy. Oh, okay. We might have passed the best of the season. This might be rough. Ooh.
What do you mean? Everything's gonna be great
Akudama
forever, man.
Drive. Oh no. Oh no. Noblesse.
What do you mean?
Oh.
No, wait, no, it's gonna be good forever, Declan. Why are you getting so concerned?
My Setsu, not to be confused with my Tetsu. What about Taiso
Samurai.
That could be cute. That art looks all right. Yukoku
2002.
no Moriarty. What is? Oh, mystery. Oh, fruit tart. That looks cute. That looks like the girl from Yuru Camp, but she's singing. All right. D4 DJ First Mix doesn't air until the 30th. Maybe we'll do a special short episode on that one, because that looks awful in a special way.
What have we got in the shorts? Do our shorts look good at least? This one's got a cat and a dog in it.
Inuto Neko Mo. That one's, yeah, sure.
This one's
That's 1 minute. That's 60 seconds of show right there. Rail Romanesque is porno without the porn.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just about girls in a railroad.
Capybara-san. We got cute capybaras.
I couldn't find subs for that one.
Oh.
Doesn't even say how long the episodes are.
What about Dogeza Tano Demet? This is a guy who wants to see genitals.
I read the entire manga, and that one's. I'm already calling it show of the season. I have not seen the show,
No kidding.
but that's some good shit.
Intent on having his lute's request heard, he endures through the kowtowing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the manga. Every chapter is 4 pages, and it's all the exact same formula with different girls. It's just him bowing lower and lower, asking to see either their boobs or their panties, and you will always see them.
Oh my god, that's good.
It's pretty good. At one point, he dies and gets isekai'd, and then he's bowing for like monster girls and shit, asking to see their titties. It's fucking good.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to that.
So
That was unironically the thing I was looking forward to the most going into the season. So hopefully it lives up to expectations.
It'll probably be. Yeah, I wonder when that even airs. It's the last one I have listed. Oh, 14th. Okay, so we still got a few days
I
there.
prefer to tap out on D4 DJ. By the way, if it does come out, we need to watch it.
What do you mean tap out? Then.
If it does come out, we're gonna have to watch it, regardless of how shit it is.
I mean, it's gonna come out. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you said you were gonna tap out on it. That's not what I thought.
No.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's part 1.
Get it.
Of probably,
In and out, baby.
Probably 3 parts. In and out. I mean, it's probably been an hour and a half, right?
In and out, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is.
This is a blitzkrieg.
22.
This is just storming our way through these anime. We're systematically eliminating them and their entire way of life.
That is a great way of putting it. Yeah, sort of a lightning. I forget what. Yeah, but yeah, it's we're storming through Switzerland to get to these fucking shows.
Get ready, fuckers, because we're not done yet. No.
We're coming for the rest of these shits.
Hopefully soon. Is all this out right now?
No, there's one show that airs on the 13th, but yeah, everything pretty much the last of the things aired today, or more accurately, like yesterday.
That would be great.
What's that?
I would love to get it done in the next week. All the stuff that is going to air in a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah, let's try for that. That'd be good.
Okay, cool.
Excellent. All right. We got through part 1. That's good.
Gang.
I don't know how this. This starts way harder than I remember.
So pay attention, it's essential. This ain't no front hug zone. You ain't that fly, you ain't my drone. Stop and listen. No front hugs and no kissing. I ain't that scared to call your mama. You'll be riding home in a coma. I got my crew. You ain't got nothing. Follow these rules. Yeah. Cause we ain't bluffing now. You ain't no rabbi. You ain't no priest. So rise up off me like the showbread with no yeast. Now don't use that front hug, boy. That makes it awkward. That's inappropriate. You back up awkward cause we want to keep our minds pure. Want to keep away from sin. That means it's you two, girl. Oh, we were all around it.